What actually happens when you hit $10,000 saved? You know what's funny? Everybody talks about making money. Nobody talks about what happens when you finally save some. It's like climbing a mountain. People spend years saying, when I get $10,000 saved, my life will change. Then one day, you check your account, and there it is. $1,000. You stare at the screen, refresh it again, because your brain still thinks you're broke. And today, we're talking about what actually happens when you hit that magical 5-figure savings mark. Not the fake motivational nonsense, not the billionaire guru garbage. The real stuff, the weird stuff, the psychological stuff, the funny stuff. And trust me, some of it is completely unexpected. Welcome back to Anarch Explains. Let's enter the laboratory of brocheology. Number 1. You stop panicking over small emergencies. Before you unsaved, every unexpected expense feels like a boss battle. Car breaks down. Game over. Phone dies. Game over. Dog eats something expensive. Game over. The universe sneezes in your direction. Game over. You're living in what experts call money mayhem. Every month is an adventure movie. Every notification from your bank account feels like a threat. But then something changes. Once you have $10,000 saved, a strange peace enters your life. You're definitely not rich. But because you're no longer one inconvenience away from financial destruction, you stop treating every problem like an asteroid heading toward Earth. And honestly, that peace is worth more than most people realize. Number 2. Your brain starts acting different. This is where things get weird. Nobody tells you this. Saving money changes your psychology. Before $10,000, your brain constantly asks, can I survive this month? After $10,000, your brain starts asking, how do I grow this? And that question changes everything. You stop thinking like a survivor. You start thinking like a strategist. You start noticing investments, business opportunities, ways to make money work harder. Congratulations. You have unlocked your first Anarch moment. An Anarch moment is when your brain finally realizes, I don't just need money. I need money that makes money. And that's a huge shift. Number 3. The wealth goblin appears. Now we must discuss a dangerous creature. The wealth goblin. Every person has one. It lives inside your brain. And when you hit $10,000 saved, it wakes up. The wealth goblin starts whispering things like, you deserve a new car. You worked hard. Buy the expensive watch. Get the luxury apartment. Get the gaming setup. Buy the thing. Buy another thing. Buy a thing for your thing. Suddenly your savings account looks less like security and more like a shopping budget. The wealth goblin is incredibly persuasive because it sounds exactly like you. This is why many people hit $10,000 and somehow return to $700 3 months later. The goblin wins. Do not feed the goblin. I repeat, do not feed the goblin. Number 4. People start looking poorer. This sounds rude, but hear me out. When you're struggling financially, everybody's lifestyle looks impressive. The flashy car, the designer clothes, the luxury vacations. Looks amazing. Then you save $10,000 and suddenly you start seeing behind the curtain. You realize some people aren't rich. They're financed. There's a difference. A huge difference. One person owns things. Another person owes things. And brocheology teaches us something important. Debt can wear expensive clothes. This realization changes how you view wealth forever. Number 5. You escape the salary trap. Partially. Let's talk about the salary trap. The salary trap is when your paycheck arrives and immediately disappears. Bills, rent, food, subscriptions you forgot existed. That one streaming service you haven't used since dinosaurs walked the earth. Then boom, money gone. Repeat, next month, forever. But when you save $10,000, you create breathing room. You aren't fully free, but you're no longer chained to every paycheck. You have options, and options are powerful because options create freedom, and freedom creates confidence. Number 6. You become weirdly cheaper. This is one of the funniest side effects. People think saving money makes you spend more. Sometimes it does the opposite. You worked so hard for that money. You become protective. You start looking at purchases differently. Someone says, that's only $150. And your brain says, only. You start calculating everything. That's 3 days of groceries. That's half an investment contribution. That's 6 shares of something. Your relationship with money changes completely. You stop buying things because they're available. You buy things because they're valuable. Big difference. Number 7. You realize $10,000 isn't actually a lot. This is the emotional damage section. Because most people think $10,000 is the finish line. Then they get there and suddenly realize, wait, this isn't enough to retire. This isn't enough to buy a mansion. This isn't enough to disappear to a private island. It's enough to help. It's enough to protect. It's enough to start. But it's not enough to stop. And surprisingly, that's a good thing because it pushes you to keep building. Number 8. Opportunities start finding you. Money attracts opportunities, not magically, not spiritually, not because the universe sends positive vibes, because preparedness creates opportunities. Imagine 2 people. An amazing investment opportunity appears. One person has $47. The other has $10,000. Who can act? Exactly. The person with savings. Cash gives you flexibility, and flexibility creates possibilities. The rich often seem lucky, but a lot of their luck comes from being ready. Number 9. Your stress level drops. Researchers have found that financial stress affects almost everything. Sleep, relationships, productivity, mood, health, everything. When you build a decent savings cushion, part of that stress disappears. Not all of it, but enough to notice. You sleep better, think clearer, make better decisions, because your brain isn't constantly screaming, "We're all going to die if the water heater breaks." And that's a pretty useful upgrade. Number 10. You start thinking about wealth instead of money. This is the biggest transformation. Before Yuan saved, you think about money. After Yuan saved, you start thinking about wealth. Money is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep. Money is temporary. Wealth is accumulated. Money comes and goes. Wealth stays and grows. This realization creates another honor moment. And this one is powerful. You finally understand why some high-income people stay broke and why some average-income people become wealthy. The difference isn't always income, it's behavior. Conclusion. So what actually happens when you hit $10,000 saved? You don't become rich. You don't become a millionaire. You don't unlock a secret billionaire club. But something more important happens. You gain breathing room, confidence, options, perspective, and most importantly, you stop living in constant money mayhem. You escape part of the salary trap. You learn to fight the wealth goblin, and you begin graduating from brokeology. Because the first $10,000 isn't life-changing because of what it buys. It's life-changing because of what it teaches. And once you learn those lessons, building the next $10,000 becomes much easier. So tell me in the comments, what's the most money you've ever had saved at one time? And if you're still working toward your first $10,000, keep going, because the journey changes you long before the number does. Subscribe for more financial lessons, more brokeology, fewer wealth goblins, and a lot less money mayhem.